Unless they pay your bills. If they pay your bills, you owe them an explanation.
Don't wait on the thing that I wanna get nasty.
Type of video, your girl is back again with another girl chat. If you're new to my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't even gotta say nothing, because you know what's up, I know what's up, we know what's up, and that's on period. And Mary had a little lamb. So as y'all can see by the title of the video, your girl is back again with another girl chat. So I posted on my community tab for y'all to ask me a few questions and just give me topics on things y'all want to talk about. And y'all had a whole lot to talk about, y'all. So I pretty much took notes and I like wrote some of the stuff down. I have some of the ideas right here. So we gonna go ahead and get into it, y'all. But before we get into this video, go ahead and get you a little drinky drink, get comfortable. I got my little drinky drink right here. Today I'm just sipping on some orange juice, y'all. It's a Friday and I gotta work tomorrow, so we're not gonna do too much. So the idea, a lot of topics that were repetitive that y'all said y'all want to talk about is tips on how to plan a vacation, dating in 2022, depression, advice on going from a young lady, like, you know, going from an adolescent to an adult, self-love 2022, getting over the eggs, glowing up, body shaming, BBLs. Like, y'all, it was pretty much the same topic. So the topics that I want to talk about is investing. A lot of y'all said y'all wanted to know some of my side hustles and side hustles that you could do in 2022, travel tips, and I want to talk about dating in 2022. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with side hustles. I feel like if you don't have a side hustle by now, baby, like, what are you doing, y'all? Like, this is our era. Like, everyone should have a side hustle of some sort. And you may be thinking like, oh, Asia, I'm not good at anything. I don't know what to do. I don't want to be a freelancer. I don't want to be an influencer. You don't have to be a freelancer or influencer to have a side hustle. The first thing I have on my list is Amazon affiliates links. Anybody can create an Amazon affiliates link account. You do have to be invited to the, not invited, well, you do have to apply for the program and be accepted into the program. But y'all, we all shop on Amazon, and you may tell somebody about something, or you may promote it on your story, or you may just tell a family member and they'd be like, oh, where did you get this from? And you may just send them a link for free. But baby, you don't have to do that. You need to sign up for Amazon affiliates program so you can get a small percentage of your money back. So it depends on what the item costs. So if somebody asks you where you got your phone case, a phone case may be no more than like $20 to $30. So you'll get a very small percentage. But if somebody asks you where you bought your TV from and you got it from Amazon and your TV $600, you know that's a bigger percentage. It doesn't matter if you're telling a friend or if you're telling your mother, you should be able to get compensated in some way. So look into Amazon affiliate links. I'm gonna have my Amazon affiliate links down below so y'all can check out some of the things I'm promoting. The second thing I have on my list for side hustles is an app called Fiverr. This is basically where you could teach lessons or you can sell anything, and you can do this in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to go nowhere, you don't have to drive nowhere, you don't have to talk on the phone. Well, you may have to talk on the phone, but most of the videos are on there are like pre-recorded. So if you know that you're good at hair, or if you are good at giving advice, like if you're the friend that all your friends come to for advice, you could be selling your advice online. Like, you'll be surprised what people will buy, y'all. People would buy anything. Like, I remember when I was on Fiverr, when I was in college, I used to sell a course on there how to do faux locks. I used to have, it was called like the basics or the 101 of faux locks. And y'all, my cost, I think I used to charge about $50 at the time, and people were actually buying it. So you will be surprised. Like, it could be anything. Like, if you know how to edit videos and you want to give advice on that, if you good at finances, if you good with credit, if you, anything that you're good at, if you know how to do nails, if you know how to do makeup, like whatever you good at, you can sell it on there. All you have to do is make an account. Everybody account gets approved. They do have to approve your account. You put your driver's license and, you know, just basic information so you can get paid. And once they approve your account, you can put your lessons up there. You can set your price. If you want to sell, well, you can't, you're basically selling courses on there, y'all. You're not like selling like hair or like physical products, but you're selling yourself. Like, you are the product. So if I want to teach people on how to like give people YouTube tips, I can go on there and I can set my price for $50 for 5 YouTube tips. Or if you want to teach people how to braid hair, you can give them like a 30-minute session for $200. Like whatever you want to set your price as, you can, and I promise you people will buy. I'm gonna have Fiverr listed down below. Okay, y'all, so the next thing I have on here is investing in stocks, which is pretty self-explanatory. You're just buying a share of a company. Some of the stocks that I'm invested in are Apple, Apple products, airlines, anything that has to do with like, what do I have on here? Anything that has to do with like media and entertainment, y'all, invest in those stocks. Those stocks are going up right now. Y'all, you just really have to be on there, and you have to really be on the lookout, because you know stocks go up and down, and this is an investment. You're not going to make money immediately, but it's definitely something that you could consider, and they're not that pricey right now. Like if you cut back on eating out 2 times a week, that could be enough money for you to save up to buy a share of a stock. Like right now, I know Netflix is about, it's right under $500 for a share. Apple is like at $160 right now. Like it may sound crazy, but I promise you, if y'all cut back, you'll be able to afford a few shares of a stock, and it's a great investment. The next thing I have on here is Swagbucks. So Swagbucks is basically a survey app. All you have to do is fill out surveys and you get paid for it, and I believe the minimum was like $25. I also used this app back when I was in college, y'all. When I say when I was in college, your girl was a hustler. I had all types of little apps and things in my phone to get money here and there. It wasn't bringing me in a lot of money, but when you keep consistently doing it, you know, the little money add up. So basically, there's all different types of surveys on there. You can take a 5-minute survey, a 20-minute survey, an hour survey, and depending on the survey or how long it takes you to complete the survey, you get paid more money, and that's basically how that works. The next thing I have on here is create a Shopify account. It's pretty self-explanatory, y'all. If you don't have money up front to sell items or buy items, all you have to do is do drop shipping, and that's basically where you put items on your website. People come to your website and purchase these items. You don't have to ship them. You don't have to do anything. You could just go through drop shipping. I will have a video down below for you can get like more details about what exactly drop shipping is. But basically, you can sell stuff online, and y'all, you can make boohoo money, and you don't have to have no inventory at all. It's really that simple. The only thing you do have to have is you have to invest in marketing, because you need to promote people to come to your website, but the inventory, all of that, is free. Like you're not losing any money because you're not going to ship out an order until somebody actually purchase it. So I would definitely look into doing drop shipping with Shopify. What else do I have after that? Okay, invest in stocks, Swagbucks, create a Shopify account. You can create a YouTube account. I definitely would recommend this, y'all. I know YouTube is not for everyone, but I would just highly recommend y'all create a YouTube account, because YouTube brings so many different revenues. Like you may think like, oh, you get paid from just ads, you may just be getting revenue from YouTube, but no, y'all, YouTube has doubled, tripled my income. One, I get paid from Google. That's the ads y'all see on my videos. Once y'all click on them, watch them, or even if y'all skip the skippable ones, I still get paid from Google. The second one is sponsorships. Anytime y'all see me say a video is sponsored, or y'all see me using a certain product in a video, I'm getting paid for that. The third one is any product that I promote, y'all, and this kind of goes hand in hand with sponsorships, but not exactly. Like for example, if I do a clothing haul and whatever company sends me the clothes, the company is gonna pay me for the clothes, and I also can resell those clothes. I can put those clothes on my Shopify account, so now I'm tripling my income, if that makes sense. I guess I don't know why it won't come out, but it won't come out. Okay, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and move on to advice on traveling tips. So the first one I got on here is to book on Tuesday nights. At first I thought this was a myth, y'all, but I promise you it's true. Anytime you know you're planning a vacation, try to book on Tuesday nights. I don't know why, but for some reason flights are cheaper on Tuesday nights. Start looking around, I would say 8 p.m. until it rolls over into the next day. I don't know why. It's just the flights are cheaper. I typically book through Sky. I think it's called Sky Scanner, Cheap Booking, and Google Flights. Those are the top places where I book, and usually they just promote the cheapest flights, y'all. There you go, y'all. But another tip is travel during off season. Do not travel when everybody want to travel. Of course, if you're traveling during the summer, if you travel during spring, if you're traveling during the holidays, the prices are going to be high. Because why? Everybody's traveling at the same time. The demand is high. The prices are just going to be skyrocket, y'all. So travel during off seasons. Travel when it's like September. I would say between August and September is a good time to travel. Between April and May is a good time to travel. That's usually when I travel. Most of the times when I travel is off season. I have traveled during the summer before, but I rarely travel during the summer. Like last year, my vacations were during off season, except my friend's birthday trip. So, excuse me, y'all. So I went to Costa Rica. That was in August. In February, I believe, where did I go? Was it Belize? I don't remember where I went in February, but I went somewhere in February. It was so cheap. I remember going to Puerto Rico in January, but it was more so at the end of the month, like coming into February. I went on about 5 or 6 vacations last year, and I made sure that I traveled when it was off season, except I believe I went to Colorado last year, and that was during Christmas. But y'all, that was a domestic flight, so it really wasn't that much. What else do I have on here? Oh, you can also freeze prices, y'all. If you download Skyscraper, they do have an app, or you can use it on Google. You can like freeze your prices. So you may see a flight, but you don't really got the money, or you're trying to wait till Friday. You can freeze the price. I believe they give you up to a week. You do have to pay for this service, but I promise you it's worth it, because y'all know flights. You will see a flight one moment and it'll be like, okay, I can fly to Miami for $50, and then the next day that flight is like $350 because you know you didn't have the money and you didn't secure the flight. So Skyscraper has freeze flights. They also have where they can send you alerts on cheap deals. So all you would need to do is put in your home airport. So if you live in Orlando, you would just put your airport, the airport that you go to, and they'll basically send you alerts of cheap flights flying out of Orlando and flying into Orlando. What else do they have on here? And you can put it doesn't have to be Orlando, y'all. You can put it from anywhere in the US. Skyscraper, you can freeze the prices. What else? You can also, I don't know a lot of people that do this, but you definitely can do this. If you can't afford to buy a flight, you can do payments on a flight. So say if the flight is $200, you can set up like a payment plan that they do have to run your credit for this, but hey, you in Miami, like you there, you outside, so you can also look into doing that. Travel during off season. Don't travel during spring break, because like I said, the demand is high, y'all, so the flights are going to be high rocket. Use Airbnb. Sometimes hotels are not always the best to use because they have all these taxes and fees and all this hidden shit and deposits, but use Airbnb. Airbnb is cheap, and usually it depends where I'm going. Certain countries I wouldn't recommend using Airbnb, but for the most part I use Airbnb anytime I go anywhere. Like I would tell my friends about Airbnb a year or two ago, and she'll be like, oh no, that's nasty, that's like staying at somebody's house, you trust that? Like the price is just too unbelievable cheap. And I'm just like, girl, all right, you gonna see I'm gonna be in Mexico with my little hat on, with my ass out, and you gonna be talking about, oh, is the place look the same? Does the place, yeah, it look the same. You can trust Airbnb, y'all. I stay with Airbnb. I know a lot of people think Airbnb is sketchy, but I don't get that vibe. But that's just me, y'all. Also, you can do, if you book through booking.com, you can sometimes book your flight and hotel together. They give you deals on there. I've done that one time, but you do have to look into it, because sometimes it don't really be a deal, but sometimes it is a deal. So go on there and look and see how much it would cost for you to spend one night at that hotel or resort, and look for the flight, and it might be cheaper if you book it together through booking.com. I definitely recommend booking.com. A lot of times with booking.com, you don't even have to put a deposit down. You can reserve it for like, honestly, like for months before your trip, before they charge you. The last thing y'all want to talk about is dating in 2022. And y'all, the dating is just stressful just simply because no one wants to be consistent. Like, I feel like nowadays everybody's just playing games and no one's really in it for the long run. I don't feel like people want to get married anymore. People don't have standards anymore. Like, everybody just want to be in situationships and, you know, just hook up and that's it, and like just waste your time. And no one, I don't know, y'all, the bar is just low. Like, the standards are just low. Like, I was just talking to this girl the other day at my job, and she was telling me her and her ex was together for 9 years and he ain't never take her on a date. And I'm like, girl, you're lying. Like, this cannot be true. And she's like, no, Asia, like heels, makeup, purse, dress, like a fancy date, or not even a fancy date, like just like the Applebee's, like, you know, TGI Friday, like a movie date. She said this man has never took her on a proper date. And I was perplexed. Like, why would you settle for that? Like, the bar is, y'all, the bar is in hell. The bar is below the ground right now, and that's why I just be so discouraged to date, because men aren't men anymore. People aren't what is the term? People aren't courting women anymore now. I feel like everything is just about sex and that's it. Like, everything is just about sex now. People aren't consistent. Women, we make it hard sometimes. Not my subscribers, but y'all see women, like, just the same way she accepted this man not to take her on a date for 9 years, she making it hard for the next woman, because the next woman may expect more, and he may think, oh, you bougie, or you have high standards, or you high maintenance. And it's like, she's not bougie or she's not high maintenance, she just knows her worth. But since the last girl didn't know her worth, he gonna think he can address you like that. But that's when you have to say peace out. But a lot of time, us women, we don't say peace out. We just stick around. It's like, we just think highly of someone because we have this fantasy in our head of how we think they are or how we thought they would be. And when they don't live up to that, we just, we just ignore the red flags, y'all. The flags start turning green, start turning the whole fucking rainbow, and we just ignore it because we have this fixated in our head that they are like this, but really they like this. What else did y'all want to talk about? Self-love 2022. I feel like I talk about that every girl chat. How to deal with toxic family members. Don't. If you have to deal with a toxic family member, I would just say know your boundaries. Know how much you can handle. I wouldn't say completely cut anybody off, just simply because I personally feel like life is too short. I feel like you should forgive everyone, not for them, for yourself. But set boundaries. Like, if you don't want to go to a family function because you know that you just mentally can't deal with it, don't go. You don't owe anybody anything or any explanation unless they pay your bills. If they pay your bills, you owe them an explanation. But 9 out of 10, they don't pay your bills, so just don't go. What else? Haters on the glow up. Forever Coco Chanel. I'm gonna need you to haters on the glow up. Like, for what? I don't know what that mean, girl. What else do y'all have on here? Advice. Okay, somebody wanted advice from going from a child to adulthood, and she said, what has changed drastically from being 18 until now? I would say for me was just realizing everything don't go my way. Like, everything is not gonna go my way, and life is not perfect. I grew up in a very sheltered child home. My childhood was very sheltered, y'all. I was very gullible, as y'all can see by my story times. I'm the type of person that's optimistic, and I think the best in everybody. Like, I hate pessimistic people. I just think highly of everybody, and I try to see the good in everybody. Even when people give me their ass to kiss, I will still try to, like, see the best in people. That's just me. That's just how I was raised. That's my personality. So the hardest thing is just realizing that everybody not like you. Like, I would get so mad, like, if somebody did something, excuse me, y'all, I live by the airport, so if y'all hear loud noises here and there, like y'all hear like a gush of wind coming through, it's the plane. I live by the airport. But yeah, a lot of times where situations will happen where people would move how I wouldn't move, and I would be so upset. I would be like, damn, like I would be crying. I would be talking about it. I would just let it ruin my whole day, y'all. I wouldn't eat. I would just be so mad, and it's just like, why? everybody's not gonna move like you. Everybody wasn't raised like you. Everybody don't have the same morals as you. Everybody don't have the same standards as you. You can't be mad because people don't do things the way that you do them, or people don't see things the way that you see them. So the hardest thing that changed was that people ain't shit. Like turning 18 and realizing that people ain't shit because I don't have my parents there anymore to hold my hand or shelter me. Like I remember this one situation. It was my grandmother on my dad's side, and I probably was like 13, 14. I used to always go to my grandma's house. And one day I stopped going to her house, and I never knew as a child why or like what happened. But when I got older, my mom was like, your grandma tried to send us to jail. Like your grandma wrote us a bad check or something crazy like that. And I was just like, what? Like I really couldn't understand it. But as a child, you know, your parents, they hide those things from you because it's just like, how could grandma would never do that. Grandma, like, why would grandma do that? Like, you don't understand why people do the things that they do. But as an adult, it's just like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not surprised by anything. Nothing a motherfucker does to me or do to me, I'm never surprised now because people are just shit, and that's just what it is. But y'all, that's pretty much the end of this story time. Why am I saying story time? See there, I was doing a story time for y'all, so I'm gonna have it probably up by tomorrow, and the story time is on my head because I was in the middle of writing my notes for it. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you know of any side hustles, don't be stingy, girl. Comment the side hustle down below. Comment travel tips that y'all know, and please put them down below. And let me know how y'all dating life is in 2022. And if you in a relationship and you happy, girl, we don't want to hear about it. I'm happy for you, but we don't want to hear it. We want to hear about how the single women dating life is in 2022, because mine is up in the air right now. And like I said, it's simply because people don't want to date anymore. Like the bar is on the fucking floor. Like niggas aren't doing what they're supposed to do, and I'm gonna be single until they are, because I'm not settling. I know my worth, and that's on period. But bye, y'all. I'll see y'all in my next girl chat. Peace.